Premier 2 leaders Stirling County came to Kelso to try and gain a win which would guarantee them promotion. Well, within 20 seconds they won a penalty, but the kick went wide. There would be plenty more attempts at goal though throughout the match. Kelso were certainly up for this game and they won a scrum against the head early on, Ian Moody taking advantage and bursting through, causing havoc in the Stirling defence. Both teams have players who like to run the ball, and here Ewan Ford combined well with Mikhail Hartley and Greg Minto, and then Gareth Riddle to state their intentions early on. With a penalty coming, Ford kicked through to the right, but with nothing coming from it, Greg Ponton decided to go for goal and put Kelso ahead on 8 minutes. Stirling's Ross Allen was happy to run from deep and got past Ian Moody, but found Ewan Ford in his way as he tried to progress up the field. It was a mighty tackle which forced a knock-on, and it typified the spirit in the Kelso camp, and if Stirling were going to get promotion today, they were going to have to work for it. On 13 minutes it was Kelso who crossed the try line, but it came from county possession, and ever the opportunist, centre Greg Minto, only needs a sniff of a chance and he's on it like a flash. He may have needed a 60-metre sprint to the line after the interception, but there was no way he was going to be caught, and Kelso were enjoying an 8-point lead. We've seen him blast through defences so many times this season, and this put him level with Kevin Utterson as Kelso's top try scorer in the league this season. Ponton struck the post with the conversion, but a minute later Brian Archibald reduced the deficit with a penalty for Stirling at his third attempt. Kelso were putting together some good attacking play and were looking for a second try, but Stirling were caught offside. The referee indicated a penalty was coming and played advantage. Still, Kelso were happy to run the ball at the league leaders, but Minto couldn't hang on to it, and Ponton made it 11-3 with his second penalty. Although it wasn't a dirty game, the penalty count was pretty high, and there were umpteen pots at goal for both kickers throughout the game. But when the French referee played advantage, he gave us some terrific running rugby, and this was one of Stirling's impressive passages of play. Danny Gilmore here finding plenty of space out on the left-hand side. County recycled well, but their captain Alex Muffet met Stuart Lang head-on in this encounter. Not a legal challenge, said the referee, but still Stirling went forward. Kelso's defence was not going to cave in though, and they managed to prevent their line from being crossed, despite the efforts of Gordon McCrory and David McMillan, among others. But after yet another penalty against Kelso, the inevitable yellow card was produced, with Stuart Lowry being sent to the bin. And when Stirling couldn't make anything of the advantage, Ryan Archibald eventually decided to kick the 3 points. And with a further penalty for him and Ponton before the break, the teams turned round, with Kelso in front by 14 points to 9. There was still plenty of enterprise in this game, and Stirling fullback Robbie McGowan was quite prepared to have a go inside his own 22, making some ground and putting the ball up to halfway. But a good take by former Scotland international Kevin Utterson saw him run the ball back at Stirling, but in the end took the wrong option. Another penalty was on the way though, and Greg Ponton put over his fourth of the match to extend Kelso's lead to 8 points. Stirling fly half Stuart Edwards loves nothing more than to try and jink his way through defences, and on this occasion he passed the gain line with ease, finding support from Gordon McCrory, but the pass was forward. But he's not the only man on the park who likes to carry ball, and here's one of the best moves of the game. Again, Kevin Utterson involved here for Kelso in a move straight off the training paddock, and with Greg Minto on his shoulder, this was a big chance. Kelso managed to get quick ball and move it out to the right, but they couldn't break the county line. Archibald kicked a fourth penalty for Stirling, but Ponton landed a fifth on 76 minutes to take the score to 20-12. With time running out, big Robbie Boswell charged down Andrew Tate's kick to put Kelso under more pressure. And despite cries from the Poynter Park stand to not give away any more penalties, Kelso didn't release the ball, and from 25 metres out in front of the posts, it was a gilt-edged chance for Brian Archibald to kick his 5th penalty and give his side at least a losing bonus point. Into injury time and a real test for Kelso's defence as Stirling County piled forward to try and get that elusive try which would tie the scores. They went through phase after phase to try and breach Kelso's line, and only some determined defensive play prevented their visitors from doing so. The referee indicated last play, and Stirling knew it was now or never as they tried to conjure up an almighty effort to get their first try of the game. But when they were guilty of holding on, the referee gave Kelso a penalty, and it was effectively all over.
It was never our goal to stop Stirling County getting to through promotion. But it was just our goal to win, keep going up in the league, fight relegation.
Now, they scored over 500 points this season, and they very rarely go away from a match without scoring a try, but you stopped them, so you'll be delighted with that.
It was a brilliant effort by the boys. Defence worked well in defence throughout the season, on line speed to get up in their faces, and I think it worked well today.
Now, Kelso traditionally, the last couple of years, have always come good at the end of the season. You certainly put your spectators through a few problems, a few nervy moments.
It keeps them guessing.
But it's beginning to look good now, isn't it?
Oh, definitely. We're not there yet. With results to going the way they are, we're definitely not there yet. Still a lot of work to do, but we're helping ourselves. That's the main thing. We're not relying on other people.
Now, Kelso scored just the one try today. It went to you. Tell us a little bit about that one. An interception.
Yeah, interception. I think it was from 10-yard line. Treading water at the end, but I got there. Needing some oxygen, I think.